Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to discuss how modern day feminism is destroying women's sports. Stay tuned. Some on the left will claim this is a non-issue. There aren't nearly as many men dominating women's categories to complain about. But I say just one man taking an opportunity from one woman is one too many. We have abandoned females at the altar of wokeness at the highest level. And at this rate, the Olympics one day will be filled with two categories, men and men who think they're women. And it's not just at the Olympic level either. It's affecting even high school girls.
A.B. Hernandez has been competing in track and field and volleyball here at Yoruba Valley High School in Riverside since her freshman year. It wasn't until this year, her junior year, that people started protesting her participation because she's transgender.
But the 16-year-old says she just laughs off all the hate.
They picked the right kid for us, the wrong kid for them, because like they said, we will not bite.
Amy found inside a Veterans Memorial Stadium in Clovis was a lot of support.
So one thing that always bothers me whenever I look at the left and I see how they characterize things or illustrate things is just how far left they have gone and how they have completely abandoned women. And it's shocking to me because the left was always the crusaders when it came to feminism and women's rights and equal rights and making sure that women had their own space and that they weren't being invaded by men and that they had their own. That used to be what feminism was about. Feminism was about equal opportunity for everybody regardless of gender. Now it's become equal opportunity for men who identify as women. And if you are an actual woman, you better support it or you will be canceled. It's disgusting. And we're seeing that on full display when it comes to female sports, all the way from the high school level to the professional Olympic level, where athletes are pushing their way in, male athletes, to be validated for a sex that they're not. And the woke left is like, yep, absolutely, that's great, wonderful, clap, clap, clap. And this is why feminism has completely lost its weight in the world and why so many people, when they hear about feminism, their first reaction is to cringe. Their first reaction is to say, no, thank you. I'm not a feminist because I don't believe in that. Because feminism has become such a crazy, woke, extremist word and action to try and create a reality that is filled with delusions. And the perfect example is what we're seeing right now in women's sports, even at the high school level. So there's an athlete that I want to highlight, and that athlete's name is A.B. Hernandez. Now, A.B. Hernandez is a 16-year-old high school student who is a boy, a male, a biological male, XY. However, A.B. identifies as a female, and A.B. is a track and field athlete. You see where this is going. So recently at a competition event, A.B. Hernandez swept the field, winning the triple jump, and I believe two other events. They came in second in one event, and then they got the gold in two other events. And it became a huge issue, of course, because duh, right? I mean, this is a boy with a male body who went through male puberty competing against females. And look at the narrative. Look at the narrative from the media, from the other female athletes that he competed against, and how they co-sign this delusion and this behavior, because this is modern day feminism. You must subscribe to this. If not, you're in trouble. So let's watch some of these videos together and react, and you can see what I'm talking about.
in the moment I was like, there's no way, like there's no way I did this, like I didn't win, like no, like there's no way. And then the girls, like they were like, no, like you won, like you did that, like you won. And I was like, oh my gosh, I did. I won. Like triple has always been like my thing. Like I've just always been drawn to triple. Like that one is gonna be my best event. So once I get into triple, I'm like, this is my event, I'm not gonna lose.
Of course not.
I mean, the support was just intense. I mean, I wasn't expecting any of it, to be honest. I was expecting to just go out there and compete alone. They really made my experience perfect. So I will be like forever grateful for them because they helped me through
The co-signers,
getting through the weekend. So I was just like,
the enablers.
where did this come from? Like, wow. Like all this attention is just, it's weird, not as much as I'm used to getting. And they're like, oh, these girls know it's wrong, and these girls this, these girls. Half of those girls are on my side, so I don't really understand.
Because they have to be.
What you're doing. It's just weird at this point.
They have to be.
They followed me for a whole season.
Or they get canceled.
I don't really care for it. I mean, I did what I wanted to do. I PR'd and everything, so that's really what I was aiming to do. So they picked the right kid for us, the wrong kid for them, because like they said, we will not back down. We will die on this hill fighting. So it looks like they're gonna die on that hill.
Looks like they're gonna die on that hill. I don't think so, sir. I don't think so. In fact, our president is president because of this hill that we are dying on, supposedly. And it's sad, right? Because I don't want this person to not be able to compete, but it's unfair to be able to compete at the expense of females who should be competing fairly with other females. And it's just mind-boggling to me that you have this biological male who's shocked. I can't believe I won. Oh my God, I beat everybody. Oh my God. Dude, you're a dude. Your body's built differently, okay? It helps you in events like the triple jump, which is all about agility and speed. Not a shocker. Let's watch more videos.
They gave me the medal I deserved. They gave her the medal that she deserved, and sharing the podium was nothing but an honor.
Oh my God. Enablers.
As a part of the queer community, like, I want A.B. Hernandez to know that we all have her back and we all have her support. Although the publicity she's receiving has been pretty negative, I believe she deserves publicity because she is a superstar, she's a rock star, she's representing who she is. And to be up there with her, like, that was amazing for me, honestly, yeah. I'm really proud of us both.
Perfect example. Perfect example of what I was just talking about. Now let me ask you a question. What if that female athlete who came in second place to A.B. Hernandez, what if that female athlete was upset about it and openly talked about it and said, this is not fair. You're a guy and you're beating me. It's not fair. You really think that she would be supported within her school system? The same school system that is allowing a man to beat her? Like, this is culture right now, right? This is our culture. Our culture states that men can compete with females even at the high school level. And if you as a female do not agree to it and do not co-sign it, then you're the problem. So of course she's going to stand there and clap with her silver medal and say, yay, amazing, incredible, out of this world. Modern day feminism, giving praise to men in female spaces. And if you don't, you're canceled. Let's watch more.
Nervous right now, you know, state finals, back here again. Just like trying not to get in my head and just relax, but it's a little harder this year.
A.B. Hernandez opening up for the first time about her ongoing participation as a trans athlete in a high school girls sports competition. It's generated strong criticism, including from President Trump, who threatened to cut state funding if they, quote, illegally allow men to play in women's sports. This was the girls' triple jump varsity competition on Friday, held at Buchanan High School in Clovis, where Hernandez took the top spot. A few hours earlier, the high school teenager competed in the girls' high jump and long jump varsity, where she also ranked first place and qualified her to Saturday's events.
When you see how happy this kid is being herself, you know, the first time I saw her come out dressed as a girl, that where she didn't have to hide it from me, I saw it in her face, so I was like, this is it. This is what she wants. I'm going to support it.
Behind A.B.'s every move is her mother, Nereida, who has been watching from the crowd and protecting her 16-year-old daughter from nearby protesters, both on the ground and in the sky.
I'm not losing my child because of my stubbornness and for me being closed-minded. Like, I'd rather
Here we go with that narrative.
Our times together, even if it's been this difficult, than going to a cemetery and crying because I couldn't accept something.
The fight over allowing the trans athlete to compete in girls' sports competition has been boiling for some time, until lawmakers in the Central Valley called for Hernandez to be removed, which led to changes from the CIF on how girls play and qualify.
They should have just left it alone this year and try and fix it next year. Nervous right now,
yeah, leave it alone so I can still compete and then fix it when I'm done competing. Sure, I'd rather have, you know, my child be happy than be at a cemetery. And by the way, this is what gender ideology doctors and pediatricians, this is what they say to parents, right? They say you have to co-sign your child being on puberty blockers. You have to co-sign your child socially transitioning. You have to co-sign to your child being castrated to a different gender, or your child is going to die and it's going to be your fault. Do you want to be responsible for your child's death? No? Okay, then co-sign. Is that not manipulation? Like, in what universe is that okay? In what universe is it okay to say that if you don't do this, then your child's going to die and it's going to be your fault? Like, you're putting all the guilt on the parent. What happened to your child needs, I don't know, therapy? Let's work through this. Let's figure this out. No, it's transition immediately or your child will die. Not only that, but let your child, your male child, compete with females, or he'll really die. It's such manipulation. It's such a lie. How about deal with reality? How about figure it out without compromising biological females in their spaces? Why is that never an option? Why is it always compromise from females to accommodate people with delusions?
16-year-old student athlete A.B. Hernandez has been harassed by a group of adults for months. Local elected officials and conservative influencers have made her the poster child for an effort to ban transgender children from participating in sports and entering certain physical spaces that match their gender identity. In spite of that, she made it to the California Interscholastic Federation's championships for track and field.
Shocking.
Before the finals, Hernandez read posts on X from Beth Bourne, a University of California Davis employee who regularly doxes trans children online.
And then she's basically saying that I qualified in all three and got first. And then she said an entire stadium had to play along with the state-sanctioned child abuse, where the girls are being gaslit and silenced, and every child is being lied to about biological reality.
Do you usually look at this stuff before you compete?
Sometimes, yeah. You can argue it and be like, but to stalk every single child, that's insane.
During the 2 days of events, a small group gathered outside a Veterans Memorial Stadium and held a protest against AB's participation.
People feel like I'm stalking because I look on the social media accounts for the trans-identified kids in our school. And one of the best ways to do it is actually go on these teenagers' social media account and hear what they say. I encourage everyone to do the same, right?
President Donald Trump demanded that Hernandez not be allowed to compete in the days leading up to the championship. The U.S. Department of Justice launched an investigation into California school administrators, the California Interscholastic Federation, and the Jurupa Unified School District, where Hernandez is a student, for allowing transgender student athletes to compete in girls' sports. The California Interscholastic Federation effectively created a new category for Hernandez following Trump's statement. Under new rules for this year's track and field championships,
this is what I was saying.
The next, quote, biological female student athlete who finished below Hernandez shared the place with her. The organization did not respond to multiple requests to clarify how it defined biological female and how it enforced the rule. A.B. Hernandez is friends with many of the girls she competed against. She won first place for triple jump, high jump, and second place for long jump.
They put me in front because they were like, well, you actually won, so you go in front. And I was like, thank you guys. Just thinking about it, it makes me want to cry.
Back at the hotel with her medals, the tears began to flow as her mom shared a loving message.
To every young person watching, especially those who feel unseen or unheard, let AB be your reminder that authenticity, courage, and resilience shine brighter than hate. It won't be easy, but definitely worth it.
Yes, it's hateful. It's hateful to state the obvious. It's hateful to advocate for females competing against men in sports. It's hateful. You are a hateful person. If you want fairness in female sports, you are a hateful person and you should be canceled. Don't you love the narrative, right? I mean, the only option is you either support this or you're hateful. That's it. Those are your only options. That is modern day manipulation and gaslighting. So I guess tennis star Martina Navratilova, who is one of the biggest legends in women's tennis, I guess she's hateful too, right? Let's watch this clip.
Kind of did a 180. I was one of those on the left, all inclusive, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not right. It cannot work this way. It cannot work this way. So here we are, and countries that have been way ahead of the curve, so to speak, on the transgender issue and healthcare and everything else, they've put on the brakes in many countries now, right? On puberty blockers, on surgeries, certainly before kids are adults, etc. And I think UK is catching up to that, and US is just behind. So I think this Supreme Court decision is momentous. I think it'll ripple down not just to sports, but to many spaces and many other countries. So I welcomed it obviously with open arms. So kudos to the women that got this done.
Awesome. I love seeing women who are actual, stars in their sports speaking up and speaking out. It's so important because, again, this isn't about hate. This isn't about I hate trans people. This is about I love women and I want to make sure that women in sports have a safe space to compete in fairness. End of story. Women want the same opportunities as men, not men coming into their spaces, creating their own opportunities at their expense. And I love it because Martina is a known liberal leftist. But again, this issue has moved her more moderate, which has happened to a lot of people, right? And this is why I'm like, Democrats are so stupid because they are dying on this hill, a hill that they are dying on and choosing to die on. And what they're doing is they're losing their own constituents. They're losing people who are like, I can't rock with this. Like, I'm, socially more liberal, but this is taking it overboard. I cannot get on board with this. This is insanity. What are you doing? Then I guarantee you the left probably hates her now, Martina, because how dare you transphobe, how dare you? And it's probably why Simone Biles was too afraid to stand with Riley Gaines when that whole trans Twitter, rant that she went on happened. Because she was virtual signaling to the left, to the woke left, hoping and thinking her opinion was going to be the majority approved opinion because she's in her little liberal bubble. And she realized really fast, oops, that backfired. Which, by the way, is why she left X. I don't know, guys. I feel like I keep doing these stories because they keep popping up. And it's like, I want to believe that one day is going to we're going to snap out of it and go back to reality. But every time I scroll through my timeline, I see stories like this, like A.B. Hernandez, and it's just growing and growing and growing. And it's only getting worse. And the reason why I like to highlight this is because the more we talk about it, the more we stop normalizing it. Because the reason why we're here is because we all were walking on eggshells when this first started happening. Out of fear of being canceled, and fear of being called hateful. Oh, it's just one person competing. Now it's a plethora of men competing in female sports all throughout the different categories, whether it be high school, college, amateur, professional. They're all doing it now. They're all doing it now. And if you're a woman, you should clap and cheer them on. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this video. Where do you stand on this issue? And do you agree with me that there should just be a trans category separate for trans identifying individuals as opposed to letting those individuals compete with females, taking away opportunities from those females? If you enjoy my content, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit my notification bell so you know when I post a brand new video. Until next time.